Hey, what's up everybody? In this video we're going to be taking a look at how we can take the water and drain the water out of this inflatable backyard pool. By the way, I love this thing. I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested. Maybe you already have it. I don't know. It fills up somewhere in the capacity around 300 gallons of water, just shy of. And so putting the water in is easy enough. However, the problem I've discovered is that these drain holes, it can take forever for the water to drain out. There are two of them, one on the left right there, and then one on the right hand side of the screen you can't really see. And it takes a while, which is fine if you have the time, or if you just walk away. So one little trick here for you. How do you get rid, or how do you drain all this water in a fast, efficient way? So we're going to basically, it's not rocket science here, we're going to basically unplug the air chambers. We're going to take the black plug out of the top rung first, and we're going to let the air come out. And obviously that will kind of sink down. Now, there's no science to this really. We're going to take the next plug out, so the second air chamber there, and let that air just kind of fall out. And look what happens. That water just kind of spills and pours right over the edge in vast quantities, I assure you. Most of that water is on its way out already. And of course we are going to be unplugging the drain, right? You might as well use those as well to help you out with the speed here. All right, so the water is definitely on its way out. Now, depending on the contour of your ground, you might only need to have to deal with one side. In other words, focus on one side, kind of push that one side down. I happen to be on a little bit of a slope, so I'm going to have water coming out here, but it's only going to go so far. In other words, I have to work on some other angles. Now, you can see the water there still coming out. Again, a lot faster than that little drain hole, right? Or those two drain holes. Look at that. All right, so let's continue here. To help you, you could take your air pump, and put it on the reverse mode so that air sucks in, and then insert it into the little plugs there, and basically that will automatically bring out most, if not all, of the air from the chambers, and lowering those walls even further on all sides, or most sides. And so that's how that works. And one more little tip for you, hold on. We'll get most of this water drained out. All right, I am gonna come to the other side here. Again, I mentioned that I was on a bit of a contour, so I'm gonna be just kind of moving that water back and forth, pushing it over the edges as much as possible. And there we go. Let that just kind of pour over on the other side as well. All right, so here's another, there's a sweet spot. That's the front of the pool, and clearly the water is wanting to go in that direction. There we go. Looking good so far. Hopefully this is not like watching paint dry for you. I'll get to my tip here in just a second. Let's get some of this water out. So you'll notice the walls want to fold inward on you. So what I have done is I've kind of peeled them this way, right, and kind of tucked the top underneath, and that doesn't give the water lip to be hung up on as it drains. So you just kind of work it a little bit, and obviously you want to be really careful not to pull or tear anything. If you're all of a sudden like lugging, or you feel yourself straining, then clearly you're going to be putting tension on your pool, and you might risk tearing or something like that. So all your motion should be really, fluid and generally lightweight. Don't try to lift too much water at once. If you are, then you'll have to drain water somewhere else, or through via a different wall first. But I feel pretty good about this. I'm just going to start kind of rolling it up. Enough water has left where it is now able to be basically rolled out. The rest of the water can just kind of, come out on its own. And it's as simple as that. That took me literally 5 minutes or less, as opposed to a 30-minute drain, right? Now I am going to inflate it back up once all the water's out of it, and let it dry and clean it as well. And if you don't know how to clean this pool, I made a separate video on how you can do that. I'll put a link down below for you. And hopefully this video has been helpful for you for more do-it-yourself projects and real home product reviews. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much.